Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. We have beer and plates. You know what? I totally forgot about the plaid. I'm just sorry. And you'll notice a little bit different background. I'm in front of the woodpile, as you can see. That is the same woodpile that has been featured in some of my collateral material. So it's super exciting. Today we are going to talk about, since it's fall, not officially as far as the calendar goes, but as far as the weather and it's football season, and gonna go with a heavier beer today, quite heavy. And the beer we're gonna go with, I actually just found this today. I was at the local beer store, and I know this brewery. It's Jackie O's, and they're out of Athens, Ohio, which is in southeastern Ohio. It's not far from the West Virginia border. And I've been to Ohio several times, and I've purchased some of their beer and brought it back to Maine with me because that's something I love to do on road trips. I don't know about you. Some of you beer aficionados might enjoy that when you're on a road trip, buy some local beer and bring it home with you. Anyway, so Jackie O's, they there was a single bottle of this at my local beer store today, and I bought it because it sounded really awesome. And the beer is Dark Apparition. It's a Russian Imperial Stout. And you may have heard that term, Russian Imperial Stout, and you might not know what it means because I didn't either until very recently. So, what it means is the Imperial part, that means either double strength or stronger, much stronger. And then the Russian part comes in because this style of stout, it's, well, it's stronger. I just mentioned that. And it's got more bitterness. And that was in order for it to survive the 1,500-mile voyage back in the day from England to Russia. So similar kind of to the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. Had to make the journey down to the Caribbean, but this was going to Russia. This particular strain of stout, they made it a lot stronger and gave it more bitterness to survive the journey. So that's what this is here. And it's got a cool little blurb on the side. I'll just read it real quick. It says, "The hauntingly good brew in your hand is rife with dark complexities. 7 malts were used to create deep flavors of coffee, chocolate, caramel, and molasses. A hit of bitterness and herbal character from carefully selected European and American hops help support the monolithic maltiness. A truly decadent brew that is intended to be poured into your favorite snifter and given time to warm up from its dark and cool resting place." So I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't have a snifter handy. I actually don't have a snifter. So sorry. What I do have, though, is a pint glass from Jolly Roger Brewery, which is in Mooresville, North Carolina. A gift from a friend of the program. So thank you. I told you this was going to get on here. Just didn't know it was going to be so soon. I only got this a few days ago. So anyway, I don't have a snifter. We're going to use this, and everybody's going to be okay with that. That's just how it's going to be. So successful pour. I don't always have that. So there you can see the logo, and on the back it says "Work like a captain, drink like a pirate." So there you go. Anyway, Slincha. Well, it's try to describe the aroma. It's definitely boozy. A little bit of bitterness there, but yep, it's got a pretty good mouthfeel. I think the proper term is round. That's between thin and syrupy, which you can easily figure out what those two that are. Round is the one in the middle, kind of a good hearty mouthfeel. So that's what this is. Get some caramel there. Yep, absolutely. Some chocolate. I'm not picking up on the coffee so much, but I believe them. Mm. I forgot to mention, I told you it was an imperial, but I didn't tell you how strong. It's 10.5%. So when I say drink responsibly, if you're, I mean, if you're even having one of these, if you're out having one of these, have a driver because 10.5%, that's nothing to mess around with. It's pretty good. And yeah, it's got a good mouthfeel. I get the caramel, I get the chocolate. I guess I can pick up on the coffee a little bit. The plates, we're going to keep it in Ohio today. And another gift from a friend, this Ohio collector plate. It's kind of a fun plate. So the deal with these is they're for a type of antique vehicle, but there's also a historical plate, which is very similar. Actually, I'm going to show you one in a second. So the deal with these collector plates is there's some kind of determination that the state makes. They reference the NADA collector guide and some other guides they have access to determine if a vehicle is collectible. So it's kind of strange. I like it because it was a gift from a friend of mine, and the collector part, obviously, I'm a license plate collector, so it's kind of, kind of cool that way. This particular base plate, we'll call it, this base, was issued from 1991 to 2002. So they look different now. This was a long time ago. And then the historical plate, so a couple weird things about this one. You're going to notice it's pretty beat up. And the reason for that is there's no state name on here. There's supposed to be Ohio vertically here. It's not there, obviously. And the reason it's beat up, and you can see it was kind of bent too, best I can tell is that this actually kind of got snuck out of the prison shop where they made these. These weren't supposed to leave the premises if they were, this is an error plate, we call it. Error plates don't typically leave the premises. Some states are a lot more vehement about that than others. There's some states that error plates are almost impossible to find, and some you find them periodically. Ohio's somewhere in the middle. But anyway, this is all embossed, you can see. So this would have been from I'm guessing the late 80s. It would have been before the collector plate when these were still all embossed, but it's all dinged up. It's still kind of neat, but missing the Ohio here. Anyway, that is that. And that's it. Drink responsibly. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. If you haven't caught up on all of the episodes yet, I mean, now's as good a time as any. Go ahead, binge them. I've heard at least one person likes to binge watch them, which was surprising to me. I didn't think thought that was a Netflix thing, but hey, thanks. Anyway, see ya.